All right. Don't know why I smile like that and have that little silly voice. It, I think it's all right. I think I should keep doing it like that. Nah, I don't think that's too good. So, this upload is about Breaking Bad, season two, episode 9, titled 4 Days Out. Now, I was anticipating this to be a better episode than it was. I'm not saying it's bad, but the last episode was quite good. Actually, good enough to be its own movie. I know I've said that about several episodes in the past, but you know, it's true. It's true. Compared to some of the movies I've seen so far this year, if you add a little bit more uh, character arcs and a little bit more story to the overall plot and things of that nature, these could be better movies than some that were released. Like maybe I'm wrong. I don't think I am though. That's the thing. I don't think I'm wrong about that. Um, but back to the show. Is this a show? Would this be considered a show, or is this something to kill time, considering the current events that's going on in the world? Most likely to kill time. Um, Hate to get on a somber note. Trying to get these flies. Oh, sorry guys. Um, and gals or whoever is watching this. Boom. My dog over there. I keep looking at her. Make sure she's all right. Yeah. What was that? I think I got off track a little bit. Um, what was that? I think I really did get off track. What was that? I lost my train of thought. Episode 9. Yeah. To give a quick overview of this episode, it seemed like well, not seemed. I feel like you could call this like a vision quest if you get what I'm saying. Um, this one involves Mr. White, Pinkman, of course. Mr. White not being a medical physician or professional, and letting his sister-in-law basically add fuel to his um, like smoking fire, if you will. He gets a glimpse at some of his like X-rays, and without all information, assumes the worst. Assumes he's going to check out. So he decides to trick Pinkman into taking a trip, like somewhere far out, like well, hence the title 4 Days Out, in order to cook enough product to take care of his family. I think they wound up with cut it out. Hey, thank you, appreciate it. They wind up cooking enough product in order to, I think about probably like 1.5 million, something like that. Um, yeah, uh, but they wind up it winds up showcasing their relationship as it's been presented in the past. They can kind of work with each other, then they can kind of live with each other, and then something goes wrong and they blame each other, back and forth bickering. They basically the battery dies and they're literally in the middle of nowhere. And I might have to add something, and I will add this, that the country that they're in or the area that they're in is quite beautiful in my opinion. I hope to be on some land like that one day. I mean, there's nothing but clouds in the sky and land as far as you can see, which which hopefully doesn't make me come off as a loner, but sometimes it's important to recharge or reset yourself. You know, if you're in the elevator by yourself, maybe during your commute, can, if you're sitting up high enough in the commute, I guess, somewhere where you can just be alone with your thoughts and just for a minute, just reel all your thoughts in, turn it down a little bit, and just enjoy being alive. You know, I think that's important for mental health. Sorry to be going off on something as personal as that, but oh, here she comes, real slow. Here she goes. She can't live without me, and I can't live without her. Such a good dog. Just once. Look at her. Can't help it. You see that? Can't help it. Yeah. So, like I was saying, it's important to be. It's important to do that. But anyway, so they're stuck out there. They're going back and forth. They're trying to figure things out, and of course, I think Mr. White, he doesn't run through every possible thing, but sometimes most of the time, two brains are better than one. So Pinkman actually gets Mr. White's genius juices flowing, and he decides to make a battery. Which I was waiting for that to happen. You know, chemistry is fun. They wind up getting out of there, but you know, all through it. Oh yeah, they left us on the hook, man. They left me on the hook, not us. They left me on the hook because I was hoping to see a continuation of Mrs. White, that character in this episode, because the last episode they hinted at her work life, and I wanted to see what was going on over there, but not of course, but unfortunately, nothing to it. Um, and the brother-in-law, he bounced back because for a while he was on a slippery slope with loose rocks. I tell you, he's like on solid ground now. I guess he's able to kind of like shut everything out because I definitely feels like his character is having panic attacks on the elevator ride up, but he's able to like reel it in and just remain some type of composure, which I don't think that's good, you know, but I'm not a doctor. Well, I'm not. I'm not. That's why I made that face. So anyway, yeah. Oh, I already mentioned that the sister-in-law kind of like gets White going, thinking the worst, but it turns out he's all right. But um, he's not out. They said he's not out the woods. I mean, they're using all these old terms and things like that, cliche terms, but I think they fit the storyline. Junior's makes an appearance in this episode. I think he has like one line with 3 or 4 words or something like that, which is like, "Hey, glad to see you, buddy." My only beef with that is I would rather see characters get used more in the story. Maybe he shouldn't have been introduced at all if he's not going to be in there that much, or maybe they're keeping that character around just to. I think I've said this, like just to be somewhat of a distraction from the storyline, which I guess is good because it makes you want to know more. At least for me, I'm like, okay, they're talking about the son, they're talking about the son, they're talking about the son. Where's the real story at? I guess it's good. Uh, yeah, I'm really disappointed not to see anything more from Mrs. White. Pinkman. Oh, Pinkman's little flame. We find out, and I hope it was this episode. I don't think it was the last episode. We find out that she was, whatchamacallit. We find out that she is ex ex drug user. Hopefully, it's the particular drug that they're cooking up, so she can connect in with potential business down the road. I'm not saying like I'm not trying to say that be smart, make it seem like I'm smart, like I've figured out the whole storyline. I just making a little observation, maybe so, maybe not. I don't know. Would be interesting. Um, oh no, I can't leave this out. The end of the episode makes the episode because after all that Mr. White's been through in this episode, thinking that he's gonna check out, almost dying for other reasons, he finds out that he's gonna be okay. He just may have to get a little bit. We have to get a little bit look. He may have to get looked at a little bit closer for some other. I forget what it is. I'm not trying to keep it a secret. I just forget what they said was wrong with him. Uh, Besides, he was in remission, but he decides to he catches his reflection in a tissue dispenser and just lets everything out right there on that dispenser, and it just sums up the episode right there. I'm dealing with it. I'm dealing with it. I'm dealing with it. You know what? I can't. Boom! All that stored energy just has to come out. That's why I say it's important to find somewhere quiet by yourself or with somebody that you feel comfortable with. No big deal. And unwind. Displace that energy before it comes out in the wrong place. I think that's the best thing to do. And that's a very good example of it in this episode. So, to the next upload. I have to say this. Well, I'm a Californian, so therefore all the movie theaters are closed right now. I mean, I could look for some, but I'm pretty sure they're all closed. So I've decided not to scratch that day. I'm just going to review movies that I like, older movies. Hey, I don't think I'm gonna do movies that come out recently. I should do. Nah, I'm not gonna do that. I'm gonna do older movies. So tomorrow's gonna stay the same. Futurama. Gonna have two movie reviews on Sunday, and I'm gonna give you another spotlight on Monday. Till then.